Welcome back to another weekly reset in Destiny 2. This is a new series I'm starting where I notify you of everything you should be doing and getting for that said weekly reset. I'm sure you know all of the changes from the weekly TWID, but this series is more focused on what you should farm and actually be doing. So let's get into it. Starting the list off as per usual, don't forget to swing by Raoul in the tower and buy your weekly Ascendant Alloy. These are very important to get those enhanced weapon perks when crafting weapons, and of course with the new cap limit, you can hold 30 of these in your inventory. This week's featured raid is the Deepstone Crypt. This raid you should definitely get in and farm out this week. Every weapon from here is now craftable and all worth getting. The Commemoration is one of the best LMGs in the entire game, rolling with Reconstruction and Killing Tally. Both the Heritage and the Succession are great special weapons for dealing damage to bosses and dealing with mini bosses. These weapons are definitely must-haves. The Bequest is the highest dealing damage sword in the game, so if you feel like being an elitist, maybe pick this one up as well. And of course, the exotic from this raid is the Eyes of Tomorrow, so if you're a collector, go and pick that one up. Otherwise, this exotic is pretty useless. The featured dungeon on this reset is Pit of Heresy. Pretty much everything in here is useless, so don't worry about farming the dungeon this week. Moving over into the exotic mission rotator, we have Presage, another great exotic mission following up from last week. Farming this exotic mission out this week will give you all of the rewards from Season 17. You will definitely want to put aside some time this week to get in here and farm some of the weapons, and also keep them in your vault until you get some more deep side harmonizers. Starting with the exotic, we have the Deadman's Tail, a PvP must-have. The Ostringer, Beloved, and the Drang are also great weapons to have for any PvP activities that also drop from this activity. However, the best loot to get from here is the Callus Mini Tool, one of the best solar SMGs in the game, and also the Hollow Denial, a special Void Trace rifle that can have some pretty good rolls. The Bump in the Night can also be farmed here if you want a Stasis rocket launcher. As of this season, we also have Warlord's Ruin being the newest dungeon, so you can get in there every week and get loot from it. I recommend you try and get in there at least once per week and kill the final boss for a chance at the exotic Buried Bloodline. The same thing applies here for the Crota's End raid, so at least jump in there and kill Crota once per week to jump in there and get your weekly red border from the vendor at the end. Don't forget to swing by the Helm and purchase your free weekly red borders from Riven if you haven't already done this, because you'll want to get these crafted before the final shape. Once you finish up in the Helm, swing by the tower and do all of your weekly pinnacle rewards from the 3 vendors. These being Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit. This will reward you with some Bright Dust. Now I know it's not a lot of Bright Dust, but if you do this every single week, it all adds up by the end of the season. Also, while you're in the tower, don't forget to grab the bounties from Ada 1. This will get you all of your synth weaves for all of your cosmetic looks. You can do up to 10 of these per character per season, so just do them passively. This week's Grandmaster Nightfall is rewarding the sword, the Slammer. We already have some of the best swords in the game, so I wouldn't worry too much about getting this weapon with the perfect god roll. But if you want to, you can also just pick one up. And as always, to wrap the list up, head over to Neomuna and do some Vex incursion zones if you're missing out on any other exotics on your other characters. Anyway, Guardians, that will wrap the video up there. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this week's video, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, comment down below, and all of that other good stuff. I hope you Guardians take full advantage of this week's Destiny 2 reset, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.